Okay, guys, what's up? How are you? I'm huffing and puffing today because the cards that this deck that I'm about to review is not all positive, and I don't like that. But that's the whole point of doing a review, I suppose, is that we take the good, the bad, and the ugly. This is Angel Answers by Radleigh Valentine. I got these cards because I was watching a reader on YouTube, and she did her whole reading, and she was like, okay, let me find the timing on these cards. And she pulled like some, it's like, oh, not a week from now, or whatever it said. And I was like, I need those cards. So found out what they were, and I got them. And I've been trying to work with them. I got a little success out of them, but I'm gonna tell you why, the problems that I have with them, and just to give you a heads up. Okay, so first and foremost, they are color coded. So the cards they got the yellow, blue, and pink or purple, whichever. I think it's more purple, right? That's good. And so each color is a section, and it does have a guidebook letting you know what each section is about. Okay. I'll start with the guidebook because it's different sections. So I think, so because they're different sections, you got to kind of figure out, they're not color coded in the book as to what section is what. So if you pull a card that says within the next few weeks, you literally have to go, well, you can go to the table of contents, of course, to figure out where that is, but it's not in alphabetical order. You would really literally just have to keep going through, find the section, blah, blah, blah. I kind of didn't like that. I feel like with your sections, you could at least, make it dark here and say this is the blah, blah, blah section, so you know that this is the section you're in and you can find that card. That's just me. But that's one thing that was kind of like, okay. The color coding thing, I think is great. It's great on this side. But he did it on the back side too. Now, the problem that I have with this being on the back side is that if you're familiar with these cards, or you know what each of these colors mean, then you may tend to gravitate towards that, even subconsciously, to pick that card or not. And I know we're supposed to all be doing this intuitively, but we are human beings, and sometimes it's like, and I'll tell you why. I don't want to pick these blue cards because blue cards aren't that great. So I think, yes, you should have done it on this side. I think that's awesome, but not on the back side. And if you're doing a reading for someone and they notice a pattern that the blue represents this more than the pink or the gold, I think it gives an unfair advantage. Now, here's the part that just like really made me go, okay. The blue cards are mostly, yes, no, maybe in a few weeks or whatever. But here's the problem I had. Okay, give me 2 seconds here because I'm going to show you something. Okay. In this, should I do this or will it happen category, these are all the negative cards. No, there's something better, choose a new direction, reconsider, unlikely, and no with an exclamation. But then there's only 3 positive cards. Don't stop, yes, and yes. So the odds, let's say if you wanted to just use this section of the cards, the odds of you pulling anything positive is hardly there. And yes, again, I understand this is supposed to be an intuitive situation. But if you're only using sections of the card, then let's keep it even. An even amount of yeses and an even amount of nos. Just not like pretty much no and a couple yeses. So that makes it kind of unbalanced. And even when you kind of go through the other cards, kind of like that. Not 100%, but this section really bothers me. Really bothers me, because I just think it's how do you have so many negative things, you know? And if you're and keep in mind, if you're dealing with a sensitive person and you're doing the reading and you keep pulling all this negative stuff, that's like, and the thing is, you can be as intuitive if you want as you want to be, but if you don't have anything but negative cards to pull from, what? So that's kind of my thing with these cards. However, if you mix them all in and use the whole deck collectively, it of course will work better. But you're having me like, these are sections that I can just use in sections, but you're not balancing these sections out, then that's kind of like, that's just kind of, so I don't use these cards that much. I've only been, like, I tried to use them when I first got them, and I was just like, I kept trying to figure out, why am I pulling, I'm a very positive person. Why am I pulling all this negative stuff? And something just told me to I just started separating cards and was like, it's too much negative. Balance this out. You know, like, you got to balance this out. I like Radleigh stuff too. But this is just one of those things where the book and the cards and the color coding, I just think, need to be a little better. I'm gonna pull 3 cards to see. And see, this is what I don't like, because I already have an idea of what it's gonna be if I pull the first 3 cards. We got the blue, which is negative, no. See? And then we got the gold, not the right time. I told you there's a lot of negative in this deck. And then what's this one? There's something better. I mean, who? I mean, that could be somebody's real situation. It definitely could be. But then it couldn't. Like, why is everything negative? Why? Communicate clearly. You're not gonna, it's like everything you're doing is wrong. Communicate clearly. This is all I'm pulling up. Wait. I'm pulling like back to back. I shuffled them. Ask for help. Okay, now I got a positive. You're ready? I pulled all these before I got to something nice. I just think it's just a little unbalanced. I still would recommend them, because you will find something good for them for yourself. And all that I just mentioned may not even affect you. This is my opinion, my review. And so I will leave a link below. And I still recommend them. I do. And enjoy. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye. Let me see if I can get my clicker to stop it. It never works. Nope.